Hello! Well, we went eventing at the weekend, and although Dexter got around the cross-country course all right, on the show jumping he really rather spooked at a couple of arches as fillers underneath a couple of the jumps. So it's been decided that I should try and make some for us to practice. So yesterday I went up to the skip at the top of the site here and I found this, which is, well, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's a cupboard side or a desk top or something. Anyway, it's fairly thick. It's a good inch and a half thick, and I've drawn on it a pattern so that I can cut it out and make two arches, and we'll be able to use those as practice fillers for Dexter to try jumping over and get a bit less spooky. Now the first job is going to be to cut it in half, but it's really quite heavy and I don't think I can do it on this bench, so I'm going to use some of these offcuts of pallet and just sort of rest it on the floor like this, so I can cut it down the middle without one side kind of splitting and breaking off. Now I'm going to try using my little miniature circular saw type thing. I'm just hoping it's got enough travel to be able to go through the thickness of that wood. You might just about manage it. What does it say there? 50520. Yeah, 20 millimeters. I reckon that's probably just about enough. And it's been quite wet outside, so for a bit of safety I'm going to plug into the RCD breaker and give it a test. Looks okay. Really typical, just as I get everything set up, the sky has gone really dark. It's probably going to rain on me, but until it does, I'll get going. Well, don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't cut all the way through. So I'm going to turn it upside down. There we go. Cut through the other side. Come on, there's the thunderstorm coming. Okay, it's really starting to rain now, so I'm going to take the electrical stuff indoors for a bit. The sun's come out now, but it's still raining. So while I'm waiting for it to stop, I'll just show you my jigsaw that I'm going to try and use. It's pretty ancient, Black & Decker. Looks like the blade is long enough, although it's a bit rusty at the end. I hope that's okay. It's quite old. It used to be my dad's, so it has seen a lot of days. Great, stopped raining and the sun is definitely out now. This might need some circular saw action instead, because I think this is going to get knackered. Wow, this is really quite thick. I am going to have a go with the circular saw first, and then come back to it with the jigsaw. Well, I've managed to make a series of straight cuts with the circular saw around the edge, which was pretty tough going actually. So I'm going to give it a go with the jigsaw, but the jigsaw doesn't really seem to be very well held in, the actual blade, so that could come a cropper. It's already come out once. Like that, it's come out. Blade has come out. Oh, that's because I'm cutting through this bit at the bottom. Right, the blade is very hot as well. I'm going to see if I can fix it back in. Well, that was remarkably difficult. This is tough old wood. and yeah, it really did not want to cut through that. I don't know what it's made of actually. Not even proper wood. Maybe it's got plastic on the outside of it and it's difficult to get through that. Anyway, one bit done. Well, flipping heck. That's 2 outside arches cut. That was about 100 times more difficult than I would have thought. That wood is so hard. It's really having trouble cutting through it. Like there's this bit here, just seemed, I don't know, just seemed absolutely rock solid. I have no idea how I'm going to get the inside bits cut out. Right, well what I've decided to do is just use this saw just to cut a little way in and try and get a start on at least cutting through the outside surface. But it's quite hard because you can't see where the actual blade is, so I've made a bit of a mess of it in places, but keep going. One thing I discovered which makes it a little bit easier is if you try not to cut through the block at the bottom at the same time. That was making it extremely difficult. And we have success. It's not the cleanest cut, but I can always round that off with a file or something. But flipping hell, this has been hard work.